After some trial and error, I finally found a position I like for this mount, and this actually isn't it. It actually, oh, I've got it tightened, but all right, I've got it to the side right now just so that I was able to get the tank up, but I actually like it turned down like this. So let me get it fully wired up. Okay, I finished putting stuff on the bike and I'm about to take it all for a test drive, I guess you could say. Got the phone holder in the position that I want it. So it's down here so I can still see the lights, use the key, and read the gauges and stuff up here. So I like the position of that. The windshield went on really super duper easy. Basically you just pop it on and tighten down some bolts, nothing to it. And then I also did put this sissy bar bag on, and it just straps down with a few straps, and it seems really sturdy. So I'm going to take this thing out on the highway and see what it all feels like. So it's actually the next day now, and I've been driving the Magna around for the past 3 days since I put these upgrades on. And here's what I think. The phone holder is actually excellent. It charges the phone well, it holds it well, it's sturdy even on the highway. For what I paid for this windshield, it's actually really good. The only thing is when you get up on the highway and it's a really windy day, it will blow it back and forth a little bit. Now this could be something of my fault. There may be some bolt that I need to check and tighten somewhere, but I don't really see where or what I could tighten. I think that may just be what you get when you buy a $35 windshield for your bike, but I'll go over everything once again and let you guys know. It could be something that I didn't tighten or something. So anyways, it's really not bad. It's just a little bit of play that I noticed while riding, and this is my first windshield on a bike, so maybe it's supposed to be that way, I don't know, but it's just like that much play back and forth on the highway with high speed, you know, with high wind. If there's not wind on the highway, then it's fine, and even when it does, it's fine. It's really not a big deal, but I just felt like I should mention it for anybody thinking about buying that windshield and putting it on their bike. The bag on the back, I put it on there and drove around the highway just to make sure that it would stay on, and it did, so I'm really not worried about it. It's really big, which is kind of the point, because I need to put a lot of clothes and things in it, but for day-to-day use I actually don't need it, so I went ahead and took that off. But speaking of day-to-day use, this came off Amazon as well. I think it was like 20 bucks, and this is a bag to go on the tank, and it holds your phone up front here, and it's waterproof too, so if it starts raining, I can take my phone out of here and put it there. If I decide I want to take that off at some point, I can put it here. So how this goes on is basically it just goes on the tank like this, and there's magnets on these flaps. The flaps are supposed to be out, so I'll show you guys in just a second what that's actually supposed to look like. So here she is, just stuck on with the magnets. It has a magnet on all 4 flaps. The one up here is folded down because of the gas nozzle, but it's not a big deal. So it has a whole lot of pockets and stuff. It actually seems like you could fit a decent amount of stuff in here for the size of it. It looks good on the bike, and my only concern would be if it would fall off, if I made a high-speed turn or if it was real windy or something like that. And I'm sure that they thought of that in the factory or whatever, and they set this strap with it, so you just run this strap under the tank to make sure that it won't go anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that strap on, and I'm probably just going to leave that on the bike. So here goes. And there she is. Looks good. It's not going anywhere, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it after riding with it for a little while. So that's it for now. So, a little update on the Magna. This is, in fact, the second Magna, and I'm sorry if the light is bogus, but I kind of like this shot, so I'm going to leave it. So, anyways, there's nothing interesting to see with me sitting here talking anyways, so I'm going to be putting things on the screen that I'm talking about. But basically, I just got back from a weekend trip on this Magna, and I'll put the route that we took. I think all in all, I ended up putting probably 1,000 miles on the bike, maybe a little more or less, give or take. But it was definitely a test of how reliable the thing is, considering it had been sitting for a while. And the thing passed with flying colors. I had no issues at all, except for 2 small ones that really aren't a big deal to me. The front forks leak a little bit on the seals, so I don't notice any performance loss in that. All I notice is seal juice dripping down the forks. So one time over the course of the weekend, I had to get a rag out and wipe down the forks just to keep it from getting to the brake calipers. I don't know if it ever would have got that far, but I didn't want to find out and not have brakes on the ride home. So yeah, there's that. Other than that, the carbs, which I cleaned out myself, basically just first time doing motorcycle carbs. One of them is in fact JB welded together. You guys probably remember that. Considering I did them by myself, I didn't know what I'm doing, and it was my first time doing it. The carbs work great. The thing starts every single time. The only issue is if I get into real high RPMs, like 7, 8, 9K plus, the thing wants to bog. It doesn't want to work right. So that only really happens if you're racing somebody, or if you are, let's say, passing somebody on the highway and everybody's doing 70 but you want to be doing faster. I can ease into it and go as fast as I care to go on the bike, but if I'm trying to get there real quick, that's when she wants to bog. So I didn't even have a problem over this weekend trip because I was riding with pretty laid back people, but it was absolutely beautiful. I'll put a picture of the route too, and if you guys are from around here, you should definitely go and check it out. And if you're not, you should come here on a trip and check it out. So anyways, so what I did when I got this second Magna, I had already rebuilt the carbs off the first one. So I just put the first one's carbs onto this one and rode it. I just wanted to ride really bad. I was tired of working on bikes at the moment, so that's what I did. And then I turned around and sent the second set of carbs, the ones that were originally on this bike. They were a lot cleaner and nicer looking, but they were gummed up. So I sent them to Billy Carr. I'll put his information on the screen as well. He just messaged me today and said that the carbs are done. I paid him, and he's gonna send them back to me. And as soon as I get here, I'm gonna slap them on the bike, and I'll tell you guys a before and after difference. What I noticed as far as starting, what I noticed as far as driving around town, and then what I can't wait to notice as far as going fast and going on the highway, passing people like that. So I'm looking forward to those coming in. Should just be a day or two, because he actually only lives 2 hours from me, but that was 2 hours that I didn't really want to drive. That would be 4-hour round trip just to drop carbs off or pick them up. So we use the post office like he does with most of his customers. Billy's communication was great. Had a good experience with him. He was quick. He sent pictures of his work. He told me at one point how he discovered a pinhole in the diaphragm, and he gave me the option, you know, do I want to pay for new diaphragms and replace them, or do I want to keep the old diaphragms and hope that they work? And of course I opted to replace them, and he did so at a very good price, I felt, because I know how hard it is to find parts for these carbs. So yeah, the carbs are going to be 100% good to go. He's going to bench sync them before he sends them back to me, and then I'll slap them on and we'll see how she does. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm also just generally excited that the bike has basically proven itself reliable. So I feel good about taking it on even longer trips now. Looking forward to doing some more of those. Leave it down in the comments if you guys know of good motorcycle trips in the southern United States, fun places to go with, you know, fun roads to ride on a bike. So put it down there, let me know, and that's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for what happens with the Magna. And don't forget, I still have that first Magna that we're going to do something cool with. I don't know if it's technically going to be a bobber or a chopper or whatever. I think it's going to be closer to the bobbed sort of thing, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Shortened suspension, complete hardtail, I don't know. It's going to be soon. I've already sourced out another engine. I just have to go and get it, and once I do, we're going to get started on the thing. It's going to be pretty sick. I'm really excited. I've already gathered some pieces to make a new exhaust and whatnot, so I'm excited, and I'm a lot more motivated to work on it now that I have this guy to ride in the meantime, because it really sucks when the weather's great and you just want to ride, but your only bike is in pieces. So if you got a bike project, get another bike to ride in the meantime, especially if they're as cheap as these things are, so can't beat it. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.